Crowd's just north of 80,000, and they have come out in very good numbers today at FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. They love their football in this part of the country, and this crowd is ready to go as their guys will match up with the Dallas Cowboys. Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. How do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
Meanwhile, Dak's throw complete into the hands of Schultz here. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And, Charles, this defense, they know that they've got their work cut out for them. Here's a quarterback coming off a game in which he threw 4 touchdowns. They've watched the tape all week. They've seen it, but what can they do differently?
I think they've got to approach it like a pitcher facing a really hot batter. Get him uncomfortable in the box. Change speeds, change locations, change the pitches you throw at him. So show different coverages, blitz sometimes, drop back other times. Just don't let him get comfortable or let him get into rhythm.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. On play action, Prescott steps away to his left. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Well, that was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. Only 2 yards, and it'll be a punt on their opening possession. The veteran in his first year with the Cowboys, Brian Anger, on to punt. DeAndre Carter back deep. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And the fair catch is made. It's going to pin him back here at the 7-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Washington offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10. Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. And he'll take this one up to about the 13. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
They'll run for the first time with Antonio Gibson. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on second down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Now Heineke. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Complete out to Samuel on the quick throw. 0 hesitation that time. That was get ball, throw ball.
Yeah, turn into a smoke route. If you see the coverage off the receiver, doesn't matter whether you call it a run or not. Just take the ball, get it out to him.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a handoff for Gurley. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain, so you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
And the play fake, and now Heineke. Going for Burton, and he's got it. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 35.
Well, normally you see 3 tight ends in a formation. You have to think to yourself, this has got to be a run. And I know as a safety, when I saw that, I took an extra step or 2 towards the line of scrimmage. Instead, they threw the ball, and he found one of those tight ends for a very nice pickup.
On first down, it's Gurley. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. To throw is Heineke. Got a man, it's De'Ami Brown, complete. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Back to the ground with Gibson. And a good run as he manages 7 yards down to the 17.
The tackle made by Malik Hooker. A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 17-yard line.
We're scoreless after 1. Second quarter now from our nation's capital, and it's Washington in possession of the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. A handoff for Gibson.
You know that.
And he's going to get forward for about 5, but that may be coming back. What say you, Mr. Referee? On 2nd down, here's Gibson again. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Well, this drive, they're 2 for 2 on 3rd down conversions, but they need 7 yards here. From the shotgun, it's Heineke. And Thomas has it. And he will have the 1st down before he's tackled at the 12.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and put the down marker back to 1.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Gibson here running out of the gun. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on 1st down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Working with 2nd and 5 now. Here's a quick throw out wide. It's McLaurin. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Third and short yardage, Heineke. And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. Antonio Gibson with his 16th touchdown of the year as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Well, he wasn't the guy they were initially going for, but after going through the progressions, it worked.
When you have plenty of people who can catch the football, you don't always have to go to your primary target, and sometimes that target is actually covered. Nice job coming off of that and getting it to someone who was open.
And the man out of the backfield gets in for the score. Joey slide out and kick off after the touchdown. On the return, Tony Pollard from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a 1st down. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Prescott now. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
On any passes in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops.
The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. Here's Prescott. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. A give running right, Gibson. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Washington on 3rd down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. That's Samuel, caught left side. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. 3rd and 4, he did just enough, and I mean just enough to move the chains.
And that's all you're looking for, right? Just want to keep the drive moving. You don't need the big play there. Just get to that marker that you described, and he was able to do just that.
On 1st and goal, Gurley. And he stopped immediately there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. The free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle.
They'll run the jet sweep with Brown. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
Well, as a wideout, when you take that handoff and you're coming around the edge, you're expecting to see nothing but empty space in front of you. But if not...
Well, things can go south in a hurry, and that's exactly what we saw on that play with a loss. Here's 3rd and goal now from the 9. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line.
A gain of 7 yards. It's 4th down and goal.
Two minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. Now on comes the Washington field goal unit. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. And his kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They find themselves down 10-0 early after the interception on their opening drive led with. And he's going to be brought down back at his own 6-yard line. Now that after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Now Prescott. Eluding the pressure right. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, as we get ready for 3rd down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on 2nd down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on
misses the target, incomplete. Problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on first and second down.
It's a 4-yard return following a punt of 49. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. And the Cowboys here on third down, bringing in an extra defensive back. They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. They go play action. Now Heineke dumps it off to Gurley. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
And here's a give to Gibson. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the 2nd down play, they burn the timeout, making them sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So we've reached halftime here in our nation's capital with the Washington football team on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. So Washington in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Second half starts with a run by Gibson. And that play goes nowhere. He's met behind the line, and a penalty flag may add insult to injury. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. They'll run here with Gibson. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. And it looks like a pickup of 6. That leaves him with 7 yards to go on third down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On third down, Heineke. He'll drop this underneath to Gurley. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
They'll run on first down. Gibson. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
Back to the ground, this time with Gurley. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
They'll run with Gibson. And Gibson looking for some kind of opening, but he has none. They rally up to stop him short of the marker. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. Here's Tressway now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. Fair catch taken right at the 10-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Cowboys will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
Now Prescott. Got his man there, complete to Gallup. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. Sliding out of the pocket. He finds his man, complete. That's Schultz. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds.
And that's a tough one for the defense because the coverage was good downfield. He was forced to work his way out of the pocket to his right, spotted his man on the sideline, and got it to him to pick up the first down on 3rd down.
Play fake. Here's Prescott. He'll get this out wide here to Elliott. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. They'll throw again. Prescott. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. No, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
Well, things just kind of continuing to unravel for him here in this second half. They take the shot downfield, but this defense, once again, up to the task.
Well, this is where you think about the old phrase, desperate times call for desperate measures, because they've got nothing on the scoreboard, and they're just trying to get something, anything to go their way, But in this case, they turned the ball over.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
Shotgun handoff to Gibson.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
He'll buy some time right. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Curtis Samuel, his 4th touchdown on the year.
And Washington able to capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long look at this one. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And that pushes the lead up to an even 20.
Pollard to return from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run.
And Prescott, his 3rd interception.
William Jackson with a pick. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
And that's now a half dozen interceptions for him over the last 2 games. Because CD, remember, he threw 3 in the last ball game and now 3 more here.
And the way that you present it, partner, I'm not sure what sounds worse, right? Half a dozen over the last 2 games, or 3 the last game, 3 this game. Either way, it's way too many. And that's something they'll have to work on, hoping to get through the rest of this game without having to address it again.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
14's the mic. 14's the mic. Come on, come get some. Come get some. Come on, come get some.
On play action, Heineke.
Thomas brings it in. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 2nd down now, it's Gibson. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And they're going to get him down shy of the 1st at about the 13-yard line. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves them with a 4th down now. So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. And his kick is good.
And that will up the score now. It's 23-zip. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
First down, Prescott. Left side to Lamb. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. To throw is Prescott. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. So now our referee looking at the sideline saying, are you sure? But yes, this defense has accepted the penalty. So that means they will not take possession on the fumble recovery. Well, not sure why in the world you do that, but that is apparently the decision. Prescott on first down. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that'll make it second down. Here's Prescott. Flush to his right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Finally, a first red zone opportunity for these guys. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17. From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Prescott to throw it. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this fourth quarter. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 6. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Desperation time. Prescott on 4th. Flushed out right. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Landon Collins. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I
I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Check. Fresno. Check 13. Check 13.
They'll try and chew some clock with Gurley. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave them with a 3rd and about 4 more for a first.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Washington on 3rd down. They've had plenty of success. 8 conversions, looking for a 9th. This is 3rd and 4. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
The job of any linebacker involves having enough strength to fight off a blocker and get to ball carriers. But in this case, I think we can safely say he beat him right off the snap to get into the backfield and make that play.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now. And if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that.
And now here is another interception. Picked up by the rookie first-rounder, Jamin Davis. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45.
So many times we end the game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. They'll start on the ground with Gibson. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
2nd and 7. On the handoff, it's Gurley. And he'll be brought down right on the 50. A gain of 3.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. And on 3rd down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back. Now Gibson, and he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
So a victory here for the Washington football team.
And this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
But they absolutely pinched a shutout, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense led the way, but the offense did their part as well. They moved the ball up and down the field. So you've got to like what you saw. What do they call that? A total team effort? I think when it's time to hand out game balls, guys from both sides will end up getting one.
So for Washington,
it's a very important win as they move to 9-4 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Philadelphia Eagles. Meanwhile, for Dallas, it's just their third loss as they fall now to 10-3. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to MetLife Stadium to take on the New York Giants.